South African blood donors, those who save lives. Iron is here thanks to iron tablets provided by the SANBS, trusted to restore the iron we lose from donating blood. And we're all here to iron things out about the SANBS issued iron tablets, how they work, and why it's important for you to use them as a blood donor. Welcome back to it. This is the big iron table. Once again, we need to revisit why it's made of wood, because it defeats the whole purpose of us being here. But we're sitting with a panel of people that you know and love, discussing all things blood donation, iron, ferritin, and all the myths that we're gonna cover and uncover and prove wrong, because we want you to go out and donate as much blood as you can. Not all of it at the same time, please don't get me wrong. Just what you can and what you should at the right time. And that's what we're here today, to iron things out with you. Today, we're talking about ferritin. I'm sure you're wondering, what is a ferritin? First question, Dr. Van Heerden, what is ferritin?
I like that. Right on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So just to break it down simply, ferritin is a protein that binds our iron. Okay, so it's very important, okay, because if we didn't have that, the iron would just be floating around all over the show and it wouldn't be able to fulfill its purpose. Iron is also very important because it has to bind to hemoglobin in order to carry oxygen. We have to have oxygen moving all over the body in order for us to function properly, to have proper energy levels, to have our minds thinking right. So ferritin, iron, hemoglobin, they're like a little trio and they go together. They're really important. They work together.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I want to look at the process of donating blood. For those that have gone, what you do is you sit down, you fill in the questionnaire, and then you move on to the next station, right? Where they're gonna prick your finger and dip it into a blue solution. And then like your small little drop of blood kind of like sinks to the bottom. Or with some people that I'd actually seen, it doesn't, it stays at the top.
There are some requirements when we donate blood, and the one is that we have to have a hemoglobin or an HB above 12.5. And this is actually what we're testing when they put that little drop of blood into the blue solution.
So if it goes up, it means it's above 12.5? Or
no, so it has to, we wanted to see it sink all the way down. That means that you have enough hemoglobin in the blood and it's safe for you to donate.
So now, what is the difference between a hemoglobin test, which we've just been told what exactly happened there, and a ferritin test?
So we've pricked the finger, you've gone to sit down, they've cleaned, they've taken the packets away, and those packets of blood they're then going to take to the lab to actually test your ferritin levels. And they're going to notify you afterwards, I think it's about 3 days, and they're going to let you know that your ferritin levels are normal or low, and then you'll be able to know, should you continue your iron tablets or can you stop the iron tablets?
And for how long do you take it? If you're saying once every 2 days, for how long do you take it?
You're going to take it until your next blood donation, which is 56 days away.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that those levels are maintained, they're up there, everything is going well, and you're taking the medication. But for instance, if we have, let me ask you this, Laura. If you're someone, and you are that someone, who's got like iron deficiency, obviously, because we've identified a problem, we need to give her a higher dose. So she's more on therapeutic. So we are treating a problem range of medications. So she won't take a tablet once every 2 days. She's on a treatment where she'd have to take one twice a day or one a day, whatever treatment is adequate for her. So it's important to realize whether you are part of that normal group that's just taking it to supplement, or if you're someone that's actually on iron supplementation to treat a problem that you might have. Goody, everybody on the same page?
Yes.
All right, I see people are writing notes and are ready for their tests now. But don't worry about that, because like I said, as of now, you can go out when you are donating your blood at the SANBS offices, at the site, wherever you're going to be getting your blood taken, and ask for the pack. Ask them to give you the supplemental iron so that you are building back up to that level so you can come back again and get more medication. But I'm sure the question then becomes like, what are the side effects of taking this, right?
Can you take too much?
Yeah. So what do you think the side effects are, Pro?
I don't know, because you said now you want the blood to sink to the bottom, right?
So what are you thinking? It's going to break?
Should I keep going on this
break.
line, or am I already off track?
No.
No, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Randy? You're not sure. Lorraine?
I know.
You know. Oh, wait. We'll finish off with you. Let's ask Mel. Mel, do you know?
Too much iron.
So the adverse sort of reactions you could get, or to just taking the medication. So I'm not saying too much. I'm saying, you know how you can take a pill and from there you start feeling a little bit nauseous. So what are some of the things that you could get for taking it? Nothing. All right, let's go to Ms. Larai.
So, and this is going to sort of lead into my next question in terms of these iron tablets. do they have these side effects? Because I found that when I was taking my iron supplements, my tummy didn't really agree with it too much. And how do you say it in English? I'm trying to use some dark stools.
There we go. Well done.
Dark
Sure.
stools.
Okay.
That is not
What was it?
what I
What
was
was
gonna
it
give
in another language?
It's not what I was
were
going
you
to
trying
give
to
you.
say? Unotori.
That one.
Which one? I'm so shocked. I don't know. But okay.
Dark stools, yes.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at that. But for me, I was a bit uncomfortable with that because the whole thing just changed. It was just you know what I'm talking about.
But I think
right?
if you are aware that there are some side effects, it's a lot easier to deal with them when they actually come. So the SANBS's tablets have actually shown to have very little side effects. But you can experience nausea, bloating, constipation, the dark stools. Those are things that could pop up. But for the general population, it really is safe to take if you're an adult and you're taking it according to the prescribed dose. Kids, however, it can be harmful if they ingest large amounts. So we have to put it on the top shelf.
For sure.
Have to keep
So
our
what I'm
kids safe.
hearing is that as much as there still are side effects, there are less, and the benefits really outweigh everything else.
Yeah. Like anything that you put into your body, there's some sort of effect that could come from it. The nice thing about medication is that studies have been done and they've identified certain problems that could happen from you taking the medication. That's why it's important when you get your medication, take the piece of paper out, read the leaflet that's there to say, oh, headache, nausea, vomiting, dark stools are things that I anticipate to find maybe. And then if it does happen, you're not worried and thinking, I'm going to stop this medication outright because you've been told about it. Versus taking random medication that you find on the street or things that you find on the street, there's no side
you get
effect
dark
profile.
stools
And now you're just like, yo,
And then you're like,
what happened? Am I Iron Man? What's this? And that's generally the idea around it. Yes, Randy?
I want to ask a question. With us peoples, it was way easier. We know where we go to get to donate.
Yeah.
So if you're out of school, where do you if I decide that I want to donate and I'm out of school and obviously you don't have much information, where do we go? Malls, clinics, where can I find access to do all of this?
Yeah, so I mean, there are multiple places. As we know, a lot of people encounter the SANBS a number of ways. So one of the ways that most people that start donating blood are schools or places that are, put up in public. So in the mall, they'll have a drive where they've set up in the middle of the wall and they're taking blood. Some facilities actually have an actual site in the mall, a little corner there where they actually take your blood. Of course, the social media that you can use as well to find out the places that you can go. You can go to the website, sanbs.org.za. I'm sure some sites pop up there, what's nearest to you, and sites that you can use to go donate blood. Yeah, so that's where you can access those sites to know where you can go donate blood. But an important one, and it's about the iron supplementation, is why 16 to 45? Like, why do you think that is now?
Well, I mean, I think by the time you reach my age, you have very many problems.
Sorry, what age is this? You like
very many
why-
problems going on in your life. And they're like, no, we're not going to give it to you because, no, I mean, on a serious note, I think when you're plus 45, right, any sort of illnesses that you have kind of shown up, and also you're aware of it. I think generally as older people, we tend to take care of our health maybe a little bit more, regular doctor visits and stuff. So if there are any issues that you're aware of, you would not just add another medication to that. You'd actually go back to your GP and say, right, so can I take this alongside my high blood or low blood or my arthritis or whatever it is that you've got going on, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And that is the complete answer. Well, listen, you guys look like you know what you're talking about with regards to ferritin, so maybe we should just wrap things up. That's the end of that. But do remember, you can go out and get your pack, get your supplementation, your iron supplementation that is from your nurses, whoever's at the site when you're donating blood. Make sure that you get it between the ages of 16 and 45. Anyone above that, make sure that you see your doctor and get them to supplement you in terms of iron if you're out there donating blood all the time. We want those levels to come back up so that you can continue donating blood, and that's how we iron things out from the panel and iron. See you again next week. We hope we've answered your questions about blood donation. Otherwise, ask away in the comments section. Till next time, donate to save lives and iron things out with our iron tablets to restore the iron lost from donating blood. For more information, visit www.sanbs.org.za.